awuyiboni ngesolo ukuthi nomuntu othile ongafisa ukulekelela kuzombopha izandla if ekuzwa ulokhu mention abantu abangaba nawo ufakazi as maqala lophenyo liqhubeka kabusha omunye umuntu uzothi no ngeke ngisayitshela le family ngoba kwamina impilo yami isizoba sengcupheni.
Mfethu njengamanje let me tell you angiphinde ngisho lokho. iSouth Africa izwe lomthetho. Ukhona umthetho eSouth Africa and abantu abayimisele ukusebenza ngomthetho balwenzile uphenyo sibasizile baqedile. There is nothing edingeka from the guys abakhethwa uNdosi ngenxa ke ye politics.
Yes,
nabantu abanemali. Yes, that is why uthola uChauke, uShamila noKhehla Sithole besiqambela amanga. Yes, otherwise this investigation is done. I was there personally. Ngiyenza mina. So if me without some skills, you must remember Alex ukuthi la kwathathwa the finest in South Africa that we have. Yes, I have no doubt ukuthi lelizwe got everything we need.
Yeah.
And
you don't think would
Hey Tada, we are back with another video. The page it is called South African News. What you just heard there is Mr. Siyabonga Miya when he was speaking to Kakasi FM back in I think it was 3 years ago. That was when he still believed that the state has got the wrong accused before court. Today now he's telling us that Gininda is a good police officer. What has gone wrong with Mr. Siyabonga Miya? Yini esehlanyisa uSiyabonga Miya akhulume kanje ancomo Gininda bese agxeka abasolwa athi they've got an answer they've got a case to answer. I've watched that interview of Mr. Siyabonga Miya with that Sangoma and I was left very disappointed with the way he spoke in that interview. It is shocking that Mr. Miya has just done a 360-degree turnaround because he was initially saying that Longo Twala is the one that shot Senzomiyo. He's telling us something else now. But let's talk about it. In the recent interview with the Sangoma, Siyabonga Miya was very disappointing. The guy has changed. For years, he has done so many interviews saying that the system has got the wrong people before court. But now, he's saying something else. In those interviews, he was totally against Gininda because he said Gininda was not doing a proper investigation. Now, in the interview with the Sangoma, he praises Gininda. And he also says that he believes Tumela Madlala is telling the truth. Whereas you know very well that Tumela Madlala is not telling the truth. What is wrong with Mr. Miya? Something is wrong about him. I'm sure about that because he cannot be saying things that he's saying now. What makes me say it is that he said the 5 men before court have got a case to answer. He said they were not going to be charged if there was no evidence against them. However, that is nonsense because we've seen the state case for about 3 years. They brought witness after witness, yet no solid evidence against the 5 men accused. But before I continue, I must mention that Sifiso Miyiwa has distanced himself from Mr. Siyabonga Miya. Sifiso Miyiwa told Unjabulo or Ukazanation that he suspects ukuthi uSiyabonga Miya uthintekile ekhanda emqondweni, so ke into azishoyo singamxolela because ngase ekhanda ahedwa khona ukuthinteka kancane, so we can forgive him for that. But ama-comments akhe kuleya podcast yesangoma aphoxa kakhulu. You cannot say uGininda is a good police officer knowing what he has done in this case. But as I'm saying, it is alleged that Siyabonga Miya is not well upstairs, so he can be forgiven for those comments. Siyabonga allegedly asks Sifiso Miyiwa to have a meeting with Gininda, and obviously Sifiso Miyiwa refused to meet Gininda. Sifiso Miyiwa has clearly stated that he does not like Gininda because Gininda's alleged fabrication in the Senzo Meyiwa case. Sifiso Meyiwa was on record on saying Kininda is corrupt. He even said Kininda is paying some people so that the truth does not come out in this case. He said that on ENCA as well as on Newsroom Africa. Sifiso Meyiwa further stated that Kininda should have been arrested for defeating the ends of justice because of the statement that he stole. That is Sifiso Meyiwa. Sifiso Meyiwa was referring to a statement that was deposed by Mlungisi Hlophe, which disappeared for about 4 years. It was not seen in the dockets. It just went missing. But the statement was found last year and then it was given to the defense. This was after Warrant Officer Makubo opened a case against Kininda of defeating the ends of justice. In that statement, Mlungisi Hlophe alleged that he received a phone call from Tumelo Madlala after Senzo was shot. Tumelo Madlala told him that Senzo Meyiwa was shot by Longotshwala ngephutha. That was a statement by Mlungisi Hlophe. So you can see that initially Tumelo Madlala spoke the truth. But then a few hours later, after they discussed this thing with the people that were in the house, he decided to lie and say there was an intruder. But initially, when Senzo had been just shot, he spoke the truth to Mr. Hlophe. So that statement was allegedly hidden by Kininda, but then it was found last year after Sifiso Meyiwa spoke about the statement. So, Ulona, Sifiso Meyiwa will never meet Kininda, and I'm sure of that. When I heard that Siyabonga wanted a meeting with Sifiso Meyiwa and Kininda, it became clear to me that Siyabonga has already met Kininda in the past. Based on Babu Zungu's allegation, Kininda tried to offer him money so that he can testify against Ntanzi and Mosibiya. And Absalom Zungu also said that Kininda wanted another meeting with him alone in the field. So I wouldn't be surprised if Siyabonga Meyiwa met Kininda alone and accepted a bribe, because the tactic Kininda tried with Babu Zungu, but Babu Zungu said no. So some people have alleged that Kininda may have paid Siyabonga Meyiwa in order for him to support the state narrative of an intruder. And I must say that I believe those kind of assertion because of the way the case is moving. Now, Kininda allegedly wants to meet with Sifiso Meyiwa, but the problem is that Sifiso Meyiwa will never take a bribe from anyone because Sifiso Meyiwa is a man of God. He cannot be bought. Now Kininda wants to meet both of them so that he can charm Sifiso Meyiwa. So it is highly possible that Kininda wants to get to Sifiso Meyiwa through Siyabonga. So Siyabonga akaboni ukuthi he's being used by Kininda. So uyabona into engisho ukuthi uSiyabonga Meyiwa ukhona into wrong kuyena lekhanda. You cannot trust anything that comes out of Kininda. You cannot believe anything that is mentioned by the state in this case. So it is suspicious that Siyabonga Meyiwa has changed his mind about Kininda and the state case in general, because over the years he said the state has got the wrong man. I remember when Siyabonga Meyiwa was on Kakasi FM, he said the state has got the wrong accused. He said explicitly that Longotshwala is the one that shot Senzo Meyiwa. So now, Siyabonga Meyiwa, what has changed now for you to say this? I am very disappointed. And in that interview in Kakasi FM, he said he is sure about Longotshwala because he had met Joyce Buthelezi in Gauteng. Remember, Joyce Buthelezi is the female police officer who opened docket 275 alongside with Warrant Officer Makubo. So in that meeting with Joyce Buthelezi, it is where Siyabonga was shown evidence that implicated the people that were in the house when Senzo was shot. Siyabonga then blamed Andrew Chauga for not charging the likes of Longotshwala and Kelly Khumalo. It is the same Andrew Chauga that was suspended by Ramaphosa last month. Chauga was suspended because he blocked certain cases from being prosecuted. So in the Senzo Meyiwa case, he also allegedly blocked ukuchajwa koKelly Khumalo noLongotshwala. So ke futhi lapho he agreed with ubani Baloyi because Baloyi refused to charge Kelly Khumalo after Gininda had asked him to do so. So uyambona lo Chauke lokuthi he is in every case, but luckily Ramaphosa has suspended him last month. So now there'll be that investigation to see all the wrongs that were happening in the NPA. I'm hoping that Baloyi Nae is also included there in those investigation, because Baloyi, I'm not happy with the way he conducted this case. The least that Baloyi could have done, Baloyi and Chauke, that they should have done was to charge Umapiri for cleaning the crime scene, but akwenziwanga lokho. But asikho-ke lapho. In an interview that uSiyabonga Miya did, I think it was with Newsroom Africa, he says the police should have arrested Longotwala for killing Senzo Miyu. He said Senzo was shot by Longotwala and no one entered the house. So those were the words of Mr. Siyabonga Miya. But now he's saying something else. Now he says Gininda is a good policeman. Come on, people, we are not stupid. Siyabonga has sold his soul to the highest bidder. There's no other way of explaining his attitude or behavior. Siyabonga Miya has sold his soul to the highest bidder. That is clear to see for everyone. Remember that in the past, Siyabonga Miya said the 5 men before court are innocent. Now he's saying they've got a case to answer. How come he has changed his mind? How come has he changed his mind? Because back then, we all could see that the case was fabricated, and he agreed. Starting from the confession, Bongani Ntanzi and Sibiya never confessed. Sibiya and Ntanzi only signed those confessions because they wanted to save their lives. That's the only reason that they've signed those confessions. So if Ntanzi had confessed voluntarily, then there was no need to take a second confession. The second confession was done because the state had forgotten about certain lies about the accused. So they needed a second confession so that they can implicate everyone in the case. That's why Ntanzi had to do that confession in front of Magistrate Cronje. Ntanzi never confessed. The state needed the confession because it knew that it has a weak case. Remember that the DNA excluded all 5 men from the sample that was taken in the house, meaning that all 5 men were not in the house when Senzo was shot. So the state knew that the judge will throw out their case if they didn't have a confession. Their case was so weak, they needed a confession. And you can hear Gininda in court. Everything when he's asked, he says, no, in the confession, this, that, and this, and that, and that. He always mentions the confession because he's got no tangible evidence against these 5 men. Don't tell me about the evidence of Constable Zungu because he has been discredited by his own father. Constable Zungu has been discredited by his own father. Remember that Absalom Zungu told the Sunday World that his son told him that he testified in court because he was promised a promotion within the SAPS. So Absalom Zungu threw his son under the bridge and told us that Absalom Zungu lied before court for the sake of money and promotion. So Ulo Suzo Zungu has been discredited and his evidence is now tainted. So once Absalom Zungu tells the court that Gininda tried to offer him money, then the state case would fall apart because now it will be crystal clear that this case is cooked. Gininda was busy mentioning Absalom Zungu's statement in court, but now we all know that Babu Zungu did not depose any statement. Babu Zungu did not cite any statement in front of Gininda. So the court was misled because Absalom Zungu never signed anything. If let's say the defense fails to get that Section 174 discharge, then okay, fine. Absalom Zungu must be called so that he can just expose Gininda in front of Judge Rata and the world. If Absalom Zungu is called, Gininda will be exposed, because Absalom Zungu will tell the court that, my lord, I did not give the statement that was read out in court. I don't know where Gininda got it. Then the state case will just collapse, because the foundation of the case is built on Absalom Zungu's statement that Ntanzi and Musibia were involved in this case. And he said, Gininda told us that that's what led us to this arrest. He said Absalom Zungu was the first person to know about Ntanzi and Sibia's involvement in this case. But if Babu Zungu denies that, then all the evidence that was given by Gininda will fall away, because it will have to be struck off the roll, because it should have to be removed from the record, because it is false information. Then Warrant Officer Makubo must be called after Babu Zungu, so that he can explain what evidence is contained on docket 375. Warrant Officer Makubo is the one that opened that docket alongside with Joseph Tillis. So if he explains to the court what evidence is got, then the state case will be put in doubt. And then if there's doubt, it means there's reasonable doubt for the judge, meaning that he has to acquit these 5 men, because the state has to prove its case beyond reasonable doubt. But if there's doubt, then the court will have to say, Baloyi, your case was not strong enough. I therefore find the accused not guilty. Rata will have no choice but to say that. But if Rata ignores Babu Zungu's evidence, then Rata will be delusional like Siyabonga Miya. I would have no other explanation, because it is clear that Gininda never spoke to Babu Zungu. It's clear. So I don't understand why Siyabonga Miya has changed his mind, because after that interview by Babu Zungu, it should have been clear to everyone that the state fabricated evidence. The state fabricated the statement of Absalom Zungu, and that is against the law, and that is illegal. It means the IPD must also investigate Gininda, because these allegations by Babu Zungu are very serious. So Siyabonga Miya ukuthi ungenwe yini ekhanda angazi ngempela, because it is clear that this case was fabricated. And I don't understand why Siyabonga Miya esangomeni. 10 years ago, the Sangoma should have asked the Bones, not now. Now the case is in the media, so anyone can see it. So the Sangoma can easily lie and say this and that, because Sangoma has watched the case. Is not Ushama Tamba. So I do not trust that Sangoma that was interviewing Siyabonga Miya. And to make it worse, that Sangoma did not ask Siyabonga Miya about his past comments in the case. She should have said, okay, but in the past you said Gininda is a bad policeman. What has changed now? She did not ask him that. She just let him speak and say whatever he wanted to say. Shame. But we are not all naive like Siyabonga Miya. We can see the state's lies and the state's intimidations. Who could ever forget the day when Advocate Tefo was arrested in court? There was clear intimidation by the state. They wanted to send a message that if you speak against the state, then we'll arrest you, we'll harass you. Advocate Tefo is the one that introduced docket 375. Then the state was angry with that. So that is when the charges against Tefo came up. So we can clearly see. And also remember that Babu Absalom Zungu said, after he refused to testify against Ntanzi and Sibiya, he started getting some intimidations and threats, meaning that the state wanted to send a clear message to him as well, that if you do not help us, we'll make your life a living hell. So I'm hoping that I can get hold of Usiyabonga Miya so that I can speak to him, so I can be able to quiz him, not like that interview by that Sangoma. But it is clear that something is not right. Ekhanda likaSiyabonga Miya. Ngeke nje usuke uthi uGininda all of a sudden is a good policeman. Hayi bo kanjani. Yonke leminyaka le edlule uSiyabonga Miya ubesitshela ukuthi lamadoda amahlanu asenkantolo awanacala. Kuqiqi. Years later he's saying no, they've got a case to answer, blah 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 blah. But siyabona la ukuthi i-state asina case la. Icala le-state limiswe yini? Ama-confessions. Ukube lama confessions awekho alikho licala because i-DNA yathi abasola laba abahlanu babengekho endlini ngesikhathi usenzo edutshulo. So that is very important because i-DNA is science yawaqamba amanga like amaphoyisa. And then it is evidence before court that Gadla Mncube's phone pinged in the Johannesburg CBD when Senzo was shot, meaning that uGadla was not in Vosloorus. So kuningi okuphikisa ilento le icala le-state okhombisa ukuthi licala leli liphekiwe. Lamadoda amahlanu akanacala. Abantu abanecala sobathola kuphi? Ku-docket 375 leli elavulwa ubani? Warrant Officer Makhubo noJoyce Buthelezi. So until then, ayikho into esecourt. I hope Mr. Siyabonga Miya can see it one day that he is making a mistake here. Bongafanele ahambe ayesangomini. And it is quite clear ukuthi lo uSiyabonga Miya no Sifiso Meyiwa nomndeni nje kukhona ungazwano okukhona phakathi. But bongafaneleke uMr. Siyabonga Miya akuveze in public ahambe ayokhuluma into zomndeni lapha ku public. So ube wrong lapha bo. So I'm hoping that as a family they can get together and speak and sort out their differences. But most importantly, uSiyabonga Miya should no longer do any podcast. He should no longer do any interviews because clearly khona wamthinta kancane ekhanda. Thank you for watching.